So I just wanted to quickly touch on the start of this is approximately 40 it's about 48 hours after the league's launch, actually technically 55 hours, but this is still like day two, about day two since league launch at the time of recording this. And I just want to come out and immediately say mercs kind of suck, unfortunately. They don't actually mostly suck. There's a lot of insanely powerful ones, but I think the real issue is the difference between a good mercenary and even like a mediocre one is like miles apart. Just miles apart. There's so many discrepancies between them. A lot of them are just really, really poorly tuned and bugged. A lot of bugs on these guys, and it really is unfortunate. But there is an update that might save a lot of people's mercenaries, and I just want to say I highly encourage you, if you want to give mercenaries another chance, I highly encourage you to try this out. Okay, Tripanon with Destructive Link, right? We can see Destructive Link. It gives your main hand critical strike chance to your linked targets, right? 100% chance to crit on Tripanon. My mercenary gets 100% chance to crit baseline. Strong. But then give it Marilyn's Fallacy. Decently rolled. I don't even have mine corrupted. My gear is not crazy. I have been testing so many different mercenaries and setups that I haven't even changed out of this. Light radius is terrible on this setup, but it does not matter. Okay, this bow, I originally had an 800 DPS bow. I was doing fine content completely fine. My mercenary is not bad. It has mirror shot, right? But it has a 3-link Val Ice shot with no damage increases, so its single target is not that insane. My actual ability that he's using for clear has chain, cold penetration, greater area of effect, and greater hyperthermia. So it's decent, but it's not amazing. And I gave it a taming. It's like 15 chaos. Overall, this is the most expensive piece. This costs 150 chaos, a divine and a half, and it's getting cheaper by the day, right? I didn't even put quality on this because I forgot, right? I just have a bunch of gear that has flat, right? I have a taming again, which gives me a bunch of increase, which is exactly what I'm looking for. And then the gear is, this gives a pen, at least one pen, 2 projectiles, right? Nothing else. Outside of that, nothing crazy. It's an eye level 83 many shot, and it's pretty mediocre as far as this goes. And it feels great. I'm gonna put up my footage of me just like clearing a T16. I did a no mod T16 just because I just wanted to test out the setup. This was literally my first time testing out the setup in this T16. And I was extremely shocked at the result. It is night and day difference in terms of damage. Please give it a try. I'm using a Centaur Benevolence for just giving my merc a bunch of extra stuff, right? These are the flasks I'm using. My actual gear is trash. These Lori's Lantern doesn't even affect this setup. I'm still trying to do this aura stacking thing, but I have to change things. I've been testing a lot of mercs, so I haven't really had the money to spend on this stuff. And I've spent like well over like 5-10 divines just testing setups for mercenaries. I've lost divines to just mercs dying, right? So I'm in the process of changing up how my setup is, but this is basically the same tree for my actual build that I made a video on. But like, this is completely irrelevant for this purpose at all. It is a horrible tree for aura stacking at this point. I have to change a lot of stuff. This is with the pretense of me actually using the scaling conjunction of Golden Glory. This is entirely useless. Not entirely useless, but it's mostly useless in this setup. At this point, I would just get rid of this and probably get loyal bodyguards just to get tankier, right? This would make my mercenary a lot tankier, or either that, or I actually take legendary arms to give him more damage, and then maybe take like belt to give it soul thirst, right? Soul thirst would give it a whole lot of attack speed while clearing, which would be insanely good for actually doing like mapping strategies. But just in general, this setup is miles better. I'm gonna put up footage of me clearing a map literally on the most bare bones setup that I can think of. None of this stuff is good for aura stacking aside from this chest piece, and this also sucks because I have haste in here, which makes it so that the haste doesn't affect me. It has generosity on it, which gives the haste to my allies, not me, which is not good. You don't want that. Not good. I would probably want to move it over, but I don't have the reservation efficiency for that because I still am on a very bare bones setup. So all that to say, it's really good. Surprisingly really good. Is not my idea. I also want to preface that I got this idea from Reddit. I'm going to link the person. This guy is a genius. He figured out this setup with destructive link and Tripanon. 100%. That's it. It's just that simple, and it is incredibly good, right? It gives my base crit to the merc. It makes my merc extremely strong. It's simply good. Nothing more to say. So I hope this maybe makes it so that the League Star is a lot better. I think this is a very, very, very entry level item setup that you can do for any of the attack based mercs, because this only affects attack based mercenaries, right? But I don't even have Eldritch currency stuff that's good on them. This isn't even doing it. The global accuracy, it doesn't even matter because he already has capped accuracy, right? I don't have any increased attack damage on my stuff. Like I am in a very, very bare bones setup, and it is not good. It is not good. And I am now clearing T16s with mods and everything with very little issues. If you don't have Enmity's Embrace with Untouched Soul fully set up with at least 80 penetration for the mercenary, it's not going to feel good, right? It's really just not going to feel good. And even worse, if you have a mercenary that has icicle rain with a many shot, it's not going to feel good, right? It's just not. I hope GGG implements something to allow you to disable, or at least maybe re-roll the gem links that mercenaries get. That would be really good, but it's just a really bad feeling until then. Another mercenary actually that I think is really good for at least clearing is a Thunder Quiver. If you get a Thunder Quiver with Val Lightning Arrow instead of Greater Lightning Arrow, or Galvanic Arrow is pretty good as well for clearing. This feels really good. This one has dash, and this one is clearing like a monster as well with this current Tripanon setup, right? I've been able to go from T1s to T15s just with that setup really easily. I was trying so many different mercenaries, and I think I landed on the setup that is very viable to league start with, actually full-blown league start with, and it is extremely cheap, right? You need to get a decent bow merc, right? And you want to get a Tripanon with Marilyn's Fallacy, go Destructive Link. Do not scale this Gloatin' Glory thing. Maybe instead get Loyal Bodyguard so you're tankier, or get another get belt plus legendary arms, and then get a Soul Thirst, and then you have a good amount of extra damage. It does way better. I think the idea that for light radius stacking is really good when you get to a more geared endgame setup, right? It's gonna feel way better on that setup. I think it's just the best way to scale it, at least so far, right? Without testing aura scaling and aura stacking with this setup, I can't really say for sure, but I think there's other better, more efficient ways to scale the mercenary, and I think we just haven't exactly discovered it. This bow is 150 chaos. That's only a divine and a half right now. I think it's a little bit cheaper than that, and it's not even that good of a bow, right? It's two T2s and a T3 with a really bad attack speed roll on the fastest attack speed base, and then I crafted increased critical strike chance. This is a 1,200 DPS bow. It's not even that crazy. I forgot to put blacksmith whetstones on this. It's really not that crazy. This merc isn't even that insane, right? The Val Ice Shot could have actual damaging support nodes or greater multiple projectiles and have insanely good single target. This is a very mediocre one. It's just the way it goes right now. Maybe GGG makes a statement. Maybe mercs are fine and we just haven't fully figured out how to min-max it. Maybe Tripanon with Marilyn's Fallacy is the way. Maybe you go Omniscient stacking instead with the Tripanon, so you can get a lot of crit still, get 100% crit chance, and then you just scale the hell out of crit multi on gear and jewels, and then instead you get a bunch of penetration by giving them a lot of stats. That's also an option. Either way, all that to say, I hope the rest of your league goes well. I hope maybe we get some more information, and I hope the league mechanics get buffed, because Legion, Abyss, and the current league mechanic don't drop any loot. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what's going on with this league. There's been a lot of issues with the mechanics, and I hope GGG addresses it really soon, because we also don't have much scarabs now, because we don't have operative strongbox consistently. We have it in the league mechanic, but it's not consistent, and because of that, it's making it a lot harder to do mechanics and have good sustain on this stuff. So all that to say, hoping for more changes or something very soon. Either way, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching, and I hope your league start goes a lot better than mine. Have a great rest of your day. Bye. So as I was sitting here actually editing this video and like getting ready to upload it, GGG actually sent a post that they buffed mercenaries and are looking at doing some other things to make them better and also make them easier to level with so they actually feel good while leveling. So I have heard that hired mercs have a 30% less damage modifier, but apparently they're looking at the added damage effectiveness being added to mercs and are looking to adjust it so that maybe it scales better. Maybe there's something wrong there. Who knows? Maybe the buff is going to be crazy and all of our attack mercs are all of a sudden going to be killing Ubers. So anyway, that is all.
We've made it. Search for the memory kernel here, and I will come to you.
You're not Iris, are you? Oh, they dropping nice.
The sky burns! Impure God tests me! Repent! Receive justice! Sinners! All of you! My time at last. Please, allow me to extract the location. I have it. Now back to the map device.
All things said remain. Overwhelming terror. Rapture of the mind. We become ourselves at a preordained moment. Forgive me. I was not myself.